Welcome back to the Shangri-La solo high round strategy guide. Now you can hear the zombie monkeys have indeed stolen a perk somewhere in the map. I'm not particularly worried about trying to intercept them at this point because I've got plenty of ammo and all of that stuff. So what I'll do is just wait here at the top of the water slide for the zombies to spawn into the map before taking the escape slide. As I said in the last video in this series, the AK ammo is positioned really conveniently at the bottom of this water slide for you to buy it straight off the wall there. And you'll notice that in a lot of the zombies maps, Treyarch have obviously put the wall weapons in certain areas of the map in anticipation of the strategies that they expect to be used. So for example, got a Shrieker Zombie chasing us again. For example, getting back to Napalm and Shrieker, the very first World at War Zombies map. At the top room where everyone camps, there is basically grenades firing straight off the wall there. They obviously intended people to camp in that particular spot in the map. And the other thing is, for example, in a lot of the maps where people are likely to camp, you'll notice that that's where the grenades are on the wall. For instance, near Flopper in Ascension, you can buy grenades straight off the wall when you're doing that little circle strategy, although they certainly lose effectiveness in the higher rounds. And you know, basically they've got the obviously the slightly better weapons in the areas of the map that you unlock pretty much where you need to buy them. I just wish that they varied the weaponry a little bit as far as wall weapons go in some of these maps. I mean, I know they had the MP40 in Kino. And for some bizarre reason they had it in Call of the Dead, which was supposedly set in Russia, I believe. And yet it's a German weapon. So Kino I can understand because that was set in Germany, but in Russia, I mean, they should have had a different weapon there. Maybe something Russian like the AK-47, you know? The other thing is that unlike the old World at War maps where you could buy the Browning and those heavy machine guns out of the box, which were really epic for zombies, you know, and they were fairly balanced because even though they had a lot of ammo and obviously did a fair bit of damage, they really made it hard to run around easily with them. They obviously reduced your mobility a fair bit. So likewise with Black Ops, I mean, I really don't understand why they didn't introduce the M60 or something like that into the game, so you had that option of getting one of those weapons with a lot of ammo in them. I mean, you do have the HK, but the HK is not really that good. It's passable with double tap, but it's not that great as far as actually killing zombies goes. So, you know, that would be one thing I would do, is I would introduce the M60 into the Black Ops zombies, if they want to stick with the Black Ops weapons, you know, because I would really like to see flamethrower, or even as an attachment. That would be pretty cool. You know, you could have a certain amount of ammo for it, rather than having the endless ammo that you have in World at War.
Okay, that's slightly annoying.
The other thing is the PPSH. It is one of my favourite zombies weapons of all time. And yes, I know it is a World at War weapon, but mind you, it is in the campaign in a slightly different version of Black Ops. So there's no reason why they couldn't have introduced the PPSH in zombies as well. And you know, it would really make it more interesting rather than having these idiotic wall weapons that no one is ever going to buy in their right mind, like the PM63 near the mud pit. I mean, basically you kill one zombie with that, and you're out of ammo, so why would you buy it? You know, yeah, sure, have it in the mystery box as a bit of a annoyance factor, but there's no real reason to have it on the wall. Now, getting back to the PPSH, if you're wondering why it's my favourite, or one of my favourite zombies weapons of all time, basically the rate of fire on that thing is just crazy, and because it didn't do a whole lot of damage to zombies, you could really rack up the points using that weapon.
Okay, that was awesome. No touchy-feely, freak bag!
One time while I was using the minecart, I had a one-legged zombie standing there, which was pretty unusual. I haven't got that since then. I've tried to get crawlers on it to see if that's what it was, but crawlers are just regular crawlers on the minecart. So I still don't know how I got a one-legged zombie standing on the minecart that time.
No dice, gutterbags. You die!
And sounds like we've got another Shrieker Zombie
I'll bet
on our
poor
tail.
Nikolai might get lost here.
Shrieker Zombies are a little bit annoying in that they will basically disorient you if they use their shriek powers, but they're relatively easy to kill, so what I'll often do is just basically keep running until the Shrieker, which is faster than the other zombies, catches up with me, and then drill it in the head a few times. The other thing that I'd like to see more of is way more achievements that are zombies related and more challenging ones, because some of them are just ridiculously easy, you know, along the lines of get something off the monkeys, or you know, in Ascension killed the zombie monkeys with the fire trap, whatever. In World at War, the zombies related achievements, while there were a few really easy ones, some of them were actually really challenging, like the Big Baller achievement, or the Perkaholics Anonymous achievement. With that one, I believe you had to survive until round 20 without buying a single perk. They were actually quite challenging, and what I'd like to see is something similarly challenging for Black Ops. Now, I did hear the zombie monkey thieves taking a perk, so I'm just running back to the spawn area to try and see what it was, but looks like I'm too late. So I'll just leave a spike more there for next time they steal a perk. Nearly get stuck there, but thankfully Mustang and Sally get me out of trouble yet again. And we'll head back down to the waterfall area. Now, talking of the achievements before, basically what the achievements do is they give you something as a challenge, some other reason for playing zombies other than trying to get to a high round. And you can create your own challenges, I understand that, and actually one of the next ideas for videos that I'm going to do is challenges on the zombies map. Just leave a spike more there for the zombie chasing me. And I've already got a few of these challenge videos recorded, but I'll start putting them up more after I've finished the solo high round strategy guide series. Some of them are things like how long can I last in the starting area of maps without opening any doors, stuff like pistol only challenges, things like that, which are pretty hard, but there's some epic stuff there that I've got already, and hopefully you'll enjoy that once I've put it up. So just taking the minecart here, getting rid of a couple of these zombies that have taken the ride as well. We'll just leave this lady zombie. And one other thing that seems to be the case with a lot of these new maps is that Treyarch seem to be encouraging 4-player co-op mode more often. And the reason I say that is basically in order to do the major Easter egg on this map, and also on Ascension, Casimir mechanism Easter egg. You can only do it if you have 4 players. Now, that's a little bit disappointing if you're playing in solo, or if you only have 2 or 3 players in your party. But it does seem to be the way that Treyarch are trying to get people to play. And while a lot of people in random lobbies, they will sit there and wait until they get all 4 players in their lobby. I understand that. Although I don't think it's necessarily the best way to play the game with 4 players, because everyone has to coordinate exactly right so that you don't get down. Because, for instance, if you don't communicate with 4 players and you get one player coming through here with the zombies chasing and another one coming down from the bridge with their zombies, basically you meet in the middle, it's game over, basically, if that happens. So you need to communicate really well with 4 players, and you all need to have certain roles in certain parts of the map to be successful. And while that's all well and good, the other thing is that solo gameplay is a valid part of zombies. I mean, after all, they introduced quick revive in Black Ops specifically for solo players, and yet solo rounds are not in the leaderboards, and in World at War they were, and you can't do some of the major Easter eggs in solo either. I think it was a really good step for Treyarch to introduce a solo version of the Easter egg in Call of the Dead, but unfortunately in this map it seems like they haven't done that. And while they have, I mean, they had to basically make it so you could pack a punch with less than 4 players. It would have been good if there was some sort of way to do the Easter egg with only 1 player. I mean, whether it's a storyline thing and you need all 4 main characters to be in the map to complete it, I don't know. But whatever the case may be, hopefully they introduce a way to do these Easter eggs in solo for future maps. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, how many players play solo as opposed to playing in co-op, because it's difficult to tell, obviously, if people are playing solo games and the numbers. But, you know, let me know in your comments if you like. Do you prefer, or do you more often play solo than you play in co-op with zombies? I'm getting a lot of drops here. What I'll do is wait for the monkeys to take this one, and we'll see if we can change it. So I'll follow him down the slide. And I've got a fair bit of ammo already, to be honest with you. But for the AK, I guess, I'll replenish that. Bit of a luxury. I didn't really need ammo, but if it's there, why not take it? Probably a carpenter would have been a little bit handier than that. Alright, so I think I've got a few crawlers somewhere around the map, so I'll have to go find them before we can move on to round 23.
That'll clean you out! Shit! Look down!
Okay, so we find the last crawler here, and move on to round 23.